What's up, YouTube family? There's an old saying that goes, no pain, no gain. What does this mean? No pain, no gain. And I'm going to quote Andrew Tate. Yes, I know I mentioned Andrew Tate a lot. Like, y'all, with the shit that's going on with his arrest and everything, this is just a hot topic. And yes, I'm going to be talking about Mr. Tate for a while until this whole case is resolved. So if y'all don't like it, y'all click the fuck off, watch somebody else shit. But fuck y'all, we're talking about Andrew Tate. But anyway, this video is not really about Tate, but I'm going to use one of his quotes where he says, a man doesn't become a man unless he suffers. He says, a man becomes a man when he suffers and he survives the suffering. You have to suffer and you have to survive it. That's how you become a man. Not by fucking playing little games on TikTok, sitting around fucking playing Call of Duty, watching anime, shit like that. That's not how you become a man. You become a man by working hard. Like, guys who work hard at the gym, guys who work hard at their jobs. Yeah, they're tired of shit. Yeah, we're wore the fuck out. But you become a man mentally, not only just physically. Perfect example. Let's talk about the physicality of it. When you work out, when you build muscle, you're actually tearing up your muscle. That's what you're doing. You're tearing your muscle. That's why they say somebody with big muscles is ripped. What you're doing is you're ripping your muscle. And so by tearing your muscle, it's repairing itself. Just like when you cut your hair. For those that started growing facial hair, once you start shaving that beard, this shit just keeps growing back even faster and thicker than ever. That's just how it is. No pain, no gain. You know what I mean? The universe is meant for anytime anytime something takes damage, it wants to try to repair itself and build itself back better, even stronger, so that it doesn't get torn up again. That's why when we tear our muscles up, they grow back even bigger and stronger. When we cut our grass, it grows back fast. Like the first couple weeks, that shit, it grows because it's taking damage. It's trying to not be damaged again by repairing and rebuilding itself twice as stronger than before. That's just a natural defense mechanism that Mother Nature has. So, when it comes to men, when it comes to us men, the reason why so many men are so weak and soft and feminine these days is because they're not going through any type of pain. Like trauma is really good for you. You got a lot of dudes, they get their first heartbreak and they're laying in bed all day crying, all depressed. They're all fat. They sitting around playing video games, eating junk food all day. He's never going to become a man. You know what I mean? You got to embrace the trauma. That's the best way I can explain it. You got to embrace the trauma. You get what I'm saying? You got to really feel like it's hard to explain because, like our main goal is to stay away from pain and things that are harmful to us. But sometimes you got to go out there, you got to get hurt. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to get punched in the face. Listen, man, if it wasn't for all the ass whoopings that I took in my life, I would never, ever learn how to fight. I would have never knew how to fight. I would never know really how to swing my own hands because I've never been through no type of trauma. I've never been through anything that forced me to have to do that. So, but because I did go through that trauma, that's how I learned how to stand up on my own 2 feet. Some motherfuckers listen, man, you got some dudes out here, grown-ass men that's still scared of the dark. They're scared to live by themselves because they know that nighttime hits, they're going to be by themselves. And they still have that fear of like monsters and ghosts and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just got to go through that, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's the first time sleeping alone in the dark as a young adult may not always be the easiest thing. But, I was used to that shit growing up. So, my point is, you got some people who just never been through anything tough in their life. That's why when they get older and become an adult and trauma comes, they usually break. Life breaks them real fast because their whole childhood, their whole life, they've had it easy. They've always had it made. You know what I'm saying? So the reason why you're not doing better in life is because you're not trying. You're trying to avoid pain. You're trying to avoid fights. Every time you walk out your house, you're afraid that you might bump into somebody and a motherfucking fight might start. You're afraid of getting into that fight. So that's why you're staying in your room all day. You know what I'm saying? You're afraid of getting rejected and getting your heart broken. That's why you're a fucking 40-something fucking year old virgin and you're not getting no pussy because you're scared to get out there and talk to women. You know, you're afraid. Your fear of failure is what's causing you to not succeed. Your fear of failure is causing your lack of success. You know what I'm saying? You got to go out there and you got to embrace that trauma. You got to go out there. You got to go out there, you got to go out there. You got to take damage sometimes. You know what I'm saying? No pain, no gain, bro. You got to go in the gym. You got to work yourself to death till you get sore. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's mental. Sometimes you got to stay up and study and read 200 something fucking pages worth of IT tech shit, which is shit that I'm currently doing right now. It's not easy, but you have to go through that pain, man. The other day I felt it. I was reading some chapters and I'm thinking in my mind like, bro, this is a lot of fucking work. But guess what? It's all going to pay off. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I could not take the classes. I could just keep my regular little everyday 9-to-5 job and just do this shit till the day I fucking die. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I mean, shit. Or I could never, ever upgrade my camera, never, ever upgrade my YouTube channel, and really not ever see my dreams come true because I'm just settling for less because I'm afraid of the possible failure. I'm afraid of hurt. I'm afraid of the pain that it takes to go out there in the world and actually try, even though you might get knocked on your fucking face. You might get knocked down on your ass, but you still got to pick yourself up and you still got to go out there and fight. You understand? In nature, man, it's natural to break down. It's natural to go through pain and to go through trauma and to go through suffering, especially for men. It's natural. That's the only way you become a fucking man. You know what I'm saying? Did you know that? Did you know that every day that you take trauma, every day you die and be reborn every single day? Did you know that in order to grow older and in order to grow up, your cells, certain cells have to die, and then in order for new cells to be regenerated? You know what I'm saying? Do you know what they call a cell that does not die? A cell that refuses to die? That's called cancer. That's what the fuck you motherfuckers are. You motherfuckers is cancer out here. The fuck, bro? You niggas is cancer out here. Nigga, your ass is cancer, nigga. How does that feel? Nigga, your ass is cancer, nigga. Motherfucker, die. Nigga, die and be reborn. I'm not saying die like kill yourself. Die and be reborn, man. Go out there and get damaged. Go out there and get hurt, man. Sometimes you got to go out there and feel pain. Yes, I'm not saying go out there. Disclaimer, I'm not saying put yourself in any type of danger. I don't want nobody hurting themselves, literally. But go out there and get hurt, if you get what I'm saying. Sometimes you got to get knocked on your ass. You got to get punched in the face in order to become better. In order to become better, you got to do better. You got to go out there and fight. In order to become a fighter, guess what? You got to get in the fucking ring and get your fucking head knocked the fuck off. Sometimes you got to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? In order to get a good job, you got to go out there and get fucking rejected. You got to do a fucking hour and a half worth of interviews just for them to say sorry or just for them to not fucking call you back. You have to go through that. In order to become a man, you have to suffer and you have to survive that suffering. That's what the fuck you have to do. Unless you just want to be a cancerous ass cell out here. The fuck? And even though cancer may not be contagious, that shit spreads. So don't be cancer, y'all. Be a live, well cell. Be a functioning cell. And form a functioning body and a functioning mind. That's what the fuck you do. So, y'all go out there and y'all, to all the people that ain't never been through no trauma, never been through no pain, listen, yo, with all respect, go out there and get hurt, my man. Go out there and get hurt. I don't know what else to tell you. You know, but you got to embrace this shit, man. You got to be happy that you're getting broke down, because guess what? In order to be rebuilt, you have to break down first. In order to reconstruct, you have to deconstruct. Not destruct, but deconstruct. And that's what the motto, that's what the message is for the day. So y'all go out there and deconstruct so you can rebuild and reconstruct yourself. And I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Peace.